Hello everyone! I made videos about cheating in Star Citizen before. It looks like situation is getting worse. Here we have a Spectrum threat started by an Narcalic. Steal everything of a player exploit in Armistice. Are you even trying anymore? CRG. There's non exploit where people are able to steal all the gear right off your character while in Armistice. It has happened to a few people, including my friend. They got in an elevator to go to the hangar and someone else got in who was naked. When the doors opened, my friend's gear was completely gone. CIG, are you even bothering to try anymore? 4.2 is in an awful state, not a single system in the game works reliably, not a single one. Yeah, remember 2025, the year of stability, playability and bug fixing?
Tell me lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies, tell me lies.
I even had dev fail. Meanwhile, hackers are taking over and exploiting the game, stealing the gear right off your bodies in Armistice and duplicating everything. Due to stupid game decisions, I don't even know who the person was since I can't see their name, which is the one concession to reality you need to have in an MMO game for it to work. Yeah, this is really bad. You can't even report people because you don't know who it was. There are no name tags. Even in ship-to-ship combat, you only have number plates, where at least you can report a number plate. But how are you reporting a player who is clearly exploiting, who is glitching through doors, who is stealing your items in Armistice zones, when you cannot even see his name? Are you for real, CIG? What are you doing? Apparat42 wrote, the network design trusts the players not to cheat. Yeah, this is the best CIG can do.
We got like a 17-minute section that's just dedicated to camping and griefing at the spawn habs. You know, you have the option not to. I understand the thing lets you, but it's a choice to do and a choice not to. Every one of us are capable of making those choices.
Anatoly Camural wrote, there's an essay regarding this with rather enlightening video evidence, happens at about 5:30. The guy in the video got stripped of all his gear while in the elevator to the hangar. Here's the RC report, July the 1st, 2025, started by Gumis, random dev, wake up with no armor, gear and no Mobi class. 122 contributions, 406 times upvoted. Link to this is my first pinned comment below as well. Make11 wrote, we've been able to clip into ships for years now. Yeah, I made a lot of videos about this. It's so easy to clip into almost any ship with an interior. Star Citizen is clip galore. This was recently. And now I clipped to the ship. This is an old bug that is still in the game. You can clip into almost any ship with an interior. This means you can easily steal ships.
How do you plan to protect the player's ship from someone coming on board during a manual loading process and flying away or stowing away on board? Basically, how can players protect themselves during this vulnerable time?
Yeah, I think the bigger question is, how are you going to protect your ship and your cargo that's being loaded and unloaded on your ship?
CRG built an escape route out of the prison. You don't have to be online for a prison sentence length to go down. Captain Kirk wrote, happened to me in the Babbage terminal, lost everything, including my Mobi class. So if you lose your Mobi class, can you even buy it back? I'm not sure if this is an exploit or if this is a hack using cheating software, but rest assured, there is cheating software for Star Citizen. Here's an email I got last week. Hello Camural, I would like to show you something very important and causing a big problem. I discovered that today and it's slowly becoming more and more public, considering your work on YouTube, which I support as much as possible, for the reason the problem does not exist if that problem is not pointed out. Cheat engine is a problem. I'm sending you links, research and hit CRG with this story because I've already met this player in the game. I tested it on an external account, I don't get banned, everything works great. This can ruin the game completely, think about it. I'm not allowed to talk about this because I've already had skirmishes and problems with Knight Rider and several of them. I fear for my invested money in this game that this game will be dead when it's released. Link. I didn't visit this link, I don't want to visit cheat sites. I might be a minority, I might be stupid, but I have a confession to make. I'm playing online games for more than 20 years by now, and I never cheated in online game. But yes, there are websites that offer cheats for Star Citizen, like one-shot kills, like unlimited ammunition, etc. And since Star Citizen is still clip galore, you don't even need cheats. It's so easy to glitch into almost any ship with an interior. It is so easy to glitch through doors. Nagasaki So You Wrote, to be honest bro, what you are using isn't even considered one of the more extreme cheats. Let me share some inside news from our Chinese Star Citizen community. Cheat developers are stealing hundreds of accounts every day to run hacks and farm money illegally. At the same time, these people openly livestream the sale of their cheats on public platforms, openly revealing every exploit in Star Citizen that can be abused. Right now, players in our Chinese community are extremely angry, not just at the cheaters, but at CRG's indifference, even though countless support tickets have already been submitted regarding these issues. Yeah, good luck with CRG support tickets. You get an automatic reply in seconds, and then it takes weeks and months before humans read your support ticket. Whisper Dark wrote, the first video I saw, the victim was alone in the elevator traveling from a sort room into Babbage to his private hangar. Halfway through the elevator ride, he was just suddenly naked. I saw a second video where a player was equipping Vikilo's armor from the inventory kiosk. As soon as the armor was equipped, it just disappeared. Nobody was visible nearby in either case. If I was to guess, I would say the hacker opened up a loot window despite the target being alive and nowhere nearby. He then tracked all equipped items to his own inventory in an instant. The problem is, this should have been blocked by the server. If this is really what happened, it's a fundamental architecture problem. The server trusts the clients far too much. And this can't easily be fixed. The entire server-client interaction needs to be shuffled to make the server authoritative at a far deeper level than it's now. This is not a fix in a week, it's a multi-year rebuilding of both client and server based on new requirements. I hope I'm wrong about this, but that's how it looks. There's lots of evidence that CRG servers are trusting the clients way too much. Why does CRG do this? To reduce network traffic. And even with this, we still have lots of lag and dusings. We have dusings of players moving at player speed. And so far, the first iteration of server meshing we got in 4.0 didn't fix anything. We all hope that dynamic server meshing will fix it, but what are the chances? RunXT wrote, the OP thinks this is new, welcome to old news. People being able to use hacks to remove your gear off you for years now. Under Spectrum chat by Kane, possible cheaters exploiting Volakars at Lazarus Complex, spawning of ships in front of Volakar. I was waiting for the Volakar to spawn when I was suddenly one shot killed out of nowhere. No warning, no visible attacker. I respawned and ran back just in time to see the Volakar spawn, only for it to be killed within 10 seconds. And once again, there's no kill camera, there's no message you got be killed by X, there are no name tags. So how are we supposed to report players who are cheating? Lofi wrote, doesn't take much to look around and find everything that is being used. I wouldn't doubt if you shoot them, you took the damage, because that is possible too. DLL injectors are being shared in some discords. Once EAC, Easy Anti-Cheat, is disabled, and it's easy to disable, you can do whatever you like. Warp a ship instantly to a quantum travel marker, modify weapon damage and other parameters, mirror damage and attacker gets the charges, inventory storage size, spawn containers. One of the main people behind all of this hard work is upset that someone shared their 400 lines of codes to other sites. Yeah, like I mentioned in this video, there are third-party sites selling cheats for Star Citizen, and Easy Anti-Cheat does nothing. Here we have an article of Massively Overpowered. It's very recent. Star Citizen players try to call attention to reportedly widespread duping and cheating issues. Sure, Star Citizen might be in alpha state right now, but it doesn't necessarily mean that its in-game economy should be potentially wrecked by an exploit or that cheating should be shrugged off. Here's a link to Reddit posting. On R Star Citizen Squirts, RIP the economy, new mass duping exploit has begun. Unfortunately, it looks like the new mass duping exploit has begun. Azure servers are currently populated with hundreds of bots standing around spaceports while duping Dolovine. Black market Alpha UC prices dropped over the past week, so billions of new credits are already in circulation. CRG seems totally inept to do anything against cheating and duping. How can you trust the client that much and still have a very laggy game with lots of do things? Does anyone still think that dynamic server meshing will fix this? I have my doubts. Exploit method, bot picks up Dolovine piece, bot opens multiclass while still holding it. Normal behavior would drop the item, but the bot blocks that action, making a second Dolovine spawn. Other posts on Reddit are further noting that players are reportedly somehow able to rip gear and inventory right from a living character, while a list of issues in-game further confirm problems like invulnerable FPS players. Yeah, there are third-party sites that offering cheats for being invulnerable. This is another big problem when players encounter another player who doesn't take any damage, who is invulnerable. They don't think, yeah, he's using cheats. They think, oh yeah, it's just another bug in this very buggy game in alpha in year 13. Being invulnerable has actually happened to people who don't cheat. Yeah, this is the state of Star Citizen in year 13 with $1 billion in funding. So what's my take on this? Star Citizen is cheaters' paradise. Star Citizen is still clip galore. People are clipping through doors. People are clipping into ships. It is so easy. There's also third-party cheat software. Easy anti-cheat does nothing. CRG servers trust clients way too much to reduce network traffic and server load. And even with this, we have massive lag and do things, even of players moving at player speed. So far, the first iteration of server meshing did nothing. And we can't even report cheaters. There is no kill camera. There is no message you got killed by X. There are no name tags. Are you serious, CRG? Why are you doing this? And we have still the other problems that Star Citizen Year 13 is a tech demo at best, with missing basics, missing mechanics, almost no physics. Chris only cares about eye candy, fluff, cool cinematic, and his interactive movie Squadron 42. Chris doesn't care about basics, basic mechanics, some very basic physics. And repeat myself, I don't want Star Citizen to fail. I want Star Citizen to become a fantastic game and a huge success. But I have no hope left with Chris and CRG's top management. But why am I even making this video? 2025 is the best year in funding for Star Citizen. As long as people are still throwing money into this, nothing will ever improve. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
Basically, we learned that it worked.
It's false. No way. Not this time.
Went surprisingly well for us.
Yeah, it was great fun.
Not this time. No, not this time.
It worked.
Wrong.
Yeah, the technology was working kind of as we expected.
It's totally made up. Pure fiction.
We were surprised that the game code worked as well as it did.
It's fiction. It's fiction.
Yeah, and it actually works.
It's a total fabrication. It never happened.
And watching it all largely work.
It never happened. It's false.
And things seem to be working very, very well.
It never happened. It's a fake.
That worked so well.
It's fiction. It's an urban legend that never happened.
Has there ever been a point in the last 5 years where you lost faith?
No.
Really?
No, yeah, no.
No way. We got you. Not a chance.
But by and large, we're really impressed with the maturity of the tech so early on.
It's fiction. We made up this one. We made it up.
Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter or on Blue Sky.